Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to this reading. We will see what your soul friends think and feel about you, and also we'll get some messages and guidance from them. We'll also see how they connect with you. We'll just see what we get, okay? And by soul friends, by the way, I mean really close people who are incarnated and also not incarnated. So we're talking spiritual, but also tangible, physical. We have the first pile over here, pile 2 here, pile 3, and pile 4. Make sure to choose your reading with your intuition. If you're not quite sure how to engage it, the video in the ribbon above will walk you through it. Once you've made your choice, the reading for you will be in the timestamps in the description box and the comment below. So whenever you're ready, we will get started. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful turquoise over here, so let's get into it. Let's see what your soul friends think about you, feel about you, and also get some messages and guidance from them as well. So let's see their thoughts first. And by the way, when I say soul friends, it can mean your very close friends right now, incarnated, and also the ones who are still in the spiritual realm or have not incarnated. Regardless, we still have that, spiritual connection with one another. So those are the connections we're talking about. We have the King of Pentacles coming through first. Then we have the Six of Wands. Wow, all right. They think very highly of you. They respect you very much. We have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the King of Cups. Okay. So definitely they think very, very highly of you. They think you're intuitive, you're very compassionate, loving, caring. Also, they think you are a confident being. They kind of think that you yourself don't recognize your worth as much as they are able to see from their perspective. So that's why I think they bring you closer to people who would be more expressive or demonstrative of their affection towards you. This can come through your friends, and it can also be through your partnerships. They praise you a lot, they watch over you, the ones that are not here, but even if they are here with you, they still have a very watchful eye. They make sure that you're safe, supported, cared for, but they also give you enough space and freedom for you to go through your own life, your own purpose, and so on. Okay, so they think you have more value than you give credit for. Wow. All right, then your feelings. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, all right. That's lovely. We have also the Seven of Wands. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, they feel as though you are a hard worker. They feel like you are very loyal, very determined towards your goals, and you can be so focused, and they kind of admire this quality of you, this practical, grounded nature where you just take things bit by bit, but at the same time sure-footedness. It's as though the Knight of Pentacles wants to achieve the mastery of the King of Pentacles here. So they feel as though you are just their type of people. You are their tribe, you are their family, and they would go to any lengths for you because you exhibited that same behavior. The Eight of Wands indicates that they're very excited. They feel excited to be coming towards you, to talk to you, get to know you even more and more. It's as though they never tire of discovering what else is up with you, what else you are doing. Because the Seven of Wands indicates that you are upgrading in something. Okay, you're always looking for that quality upgrade, lifestyle upgrade. Your personality goes through so much change as well. Perhaps not as drastic as we would see with like the Tower or something like that, but with small steps you move mountains, right? You're almost creating, building, changing, moving mountains through your sure-footedness, through your reliability. You show up every day, and that's what is so inspiring to them as well. Okay, they feel inspired and motivated by just observing you. They're also protecting you. They feel a sense of protection around you. We already saw that in the thoughts, but with the Seven of Wands, it's even more clear. They try to send you messages through your intuition and your gut instinct. Certain feelings could come to you, such as feeling pulled in a certain way, connecting with someone, and doing a certain action. You know, it can be an inspired action that comes through your friends as well. They're naturally very, very supportive and motivating as well. I think they hold you to such a high standard that almost like none of the, I'm not going to say little pleasures, but like almost no one is good enough for you. You know, they always feel as though you deserve better, you deserve even better, you deserve even better, because you're the one who demonstrates that sort of quality. And that's not strictly in romantic context, but like even career, you know, a boss that is the best for you, the job that is the best for you, the partner that's just the best, the place where you live, your family, the, you know, opportunities that you get, the luck that you have, all of these things, you know, they wish you the very, very best. That's like abundantly clear. They also think and feel as though you're capable of so much. They think highly of you, but they feel as though you're constantly on that growth, and that will take you very, 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 very far. They can also think of you as a mentor. Okay, the kings have achieved some sort of mastery, and even though we're talking about friends, I mean, you can still be in a mentor position in a spiritual context, or even literally. Okay, some of you could be teachers, and this indicates you're hardworking, you care about your students, or whoever it is that you know, are working with, your employees, and so on and so forth. And this is very commendable. That's the humility, groundedness that, again, I keep coming back to the same thing, but it's just so abundantly clear. I can't believe it myself. Seven of Wands also indicates that you take action towards something that you believe in, no matter what the resistances are. The haters gonna hate, you know, there will always be people who will say not to do something, to go a certain way, follow the crowd, and you know, there will always be all these different types of opinions that are going to come flying towards you, especially when you want to set yourself apart. But they feel as though you are set apart, you are unique, you already are this, so you don't have to fit in with, you know, inauthentic versions or opinions of yourself, because you have the soul family right here, and they are not leaving your side ever. Okay, no matter what like level of advancement, let's say, even though there are no levels really, no matter how many experiences you do, whether you're incarnated here or not, whether they're incarnated or not, it doesn't matter. Nothing stops them. It's not about the distance, it's about the thought and the intention that you can be with your loved ones. Okay, so this is so endearing. I absolutely love this reading. Okay, so let's get some messages and guidance from them. We have Nourish the Sacred Feminine. Yeah, this is again that trust your intuition, believe in yourself, do what makes you feel happy, because you deserve the best. Okay, they also feel very appreciative, caring, nurturing, and loving towards you, and they all constantly send you a lot of support and adoration from wherever they are. Okay. And you can feel this through your intuition and in your heart that you're supported, okay? If you try to contact them before you're doing something scary for yourself, I'm sure they will answer. I'm sure that you will feel a wave of relief, a sense of peace, you know? That's just something they do, because they're not really trying to help you out in a very practical sense, I feel, because they believe you got this, and I think it's part of your purpose as well to go through this whole journey, right? So nobody wants to interfere with things like this, but they will be there anytime you need support in any possible way. We also have, wow, right, there you go, this Creator Earth, this is the energy I was getting, which is that grounded and humble energy. I think all of you share this trait in common, and you kind of admire that about one another. The way that you solve problems or deal with life, connect with people, and so on, that's as well very appreciated, very seen and understood by your soul friends here, okay? And they think that you're worthy of so much abundance. We already covered that abundantly, right? But it's still coming through here, so I'm gonna mention it one more time. And this also talks about them being loyal, okay? So don't worry, you have support, you're protected, you're grounded. You know, the earth has every element and has every resource that you are going to need while you are here. So don't worry, you're supported. We will send you things your way, okay? Then we have your soul shines. I mean, if this is not, you know, this is so clear that they think highly of you no matter what. We have the moon, the star, the earth. That's so beautiful. It's like no matter where you are, really, literally, you know, no matter where you go, no matter where you are, they'll always be there with you. We have get back to elemental. Yeah, this is again getting back to the basics, looking at the small picture, observing the details. So I think they are asking you to keep going as you have been. Keep looking at the little details no matter how higher up you go. Don't let pride get to your head at any time. They don't think you are that type anyway, but you know, it's as a form of guidance. That's always a good reminder, especially from the people who love us very, very much. Also the souls. Get back to elemental says to take care of your own basic needs as well. Don't sacrifice yourself in the process. Compromise is a separate thing, but sacrifice means eliminating a part of us, right? Compromise is adjusting and adapting based on that temporary situation. And also it would be letting go of a temporary women fancy instead of a part of our souls. So observe the minutest details of your own needs and desires. That will be a very strong guide for you to identify who is for you, what places are for you, and also what career opportunities and whatever it is you're dealing with at this point in time. That will be a very strong guide. Also because they speak to you through your emotions, right? And the pull and the tug that I was talking about, some physical sensations you could feel when they are trying to communicate with you and give you their support and love, everything that they feel here. So the more in tune with the moment, with your body you are, the closer you can connect with them, the more vividly you can feel them yourself. Wow. So that's what I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and helps you out. Let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to Ethernal Realms. Welcome to your reading. Let's get into what your soul friends think, feel about you, and also what messages they have for you. Very nice crystal over here. I forgot its name, honestly. Okay, it's some aura. Yes, rose aura quartz. Yes, I remember. Okay, so let's see the thoughts. They have a few, and by soul friends, I mean the ones who are your closest friends right now. It can even be a romantic partner as well if you have a strong, friendship bond going on. But also the ones who have not incarnated with you or are living different lives, okay? So we have the Two of Pentacles coming through as the first thought. Then we have the Ace of Wands. They think you're an inspiration. Oh, wow. All right, then we have the Four of Cups. And we have the Page of Wands. Okay. Let's just see your feelings as well. We'll get the messages at the end, but we have a more wholesome picture with them all together. The Wheel of Fortune comes through. They also have the World. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Fool. Okay. So 3 out of 4 major arcana over here. No minor arcanas in the top. It's very interesting. There are 2 groups of souls or people that are coming through here. There's a group of people that have incarnated. Okay, so they might be your friends, the ones you've not gotten to know yet as well. So future friends too. So they're living their own lives. Meanwhile, there are some more who are still up there, okay, in a spiritual form, and they think that you're an inspiration, that you have a lot of fire in you, that you have so much, so many ideas, also such a creative side to you that deserves to be expressed if you're not already. And if you are, then this indicates that they send you a lot of ideas as well. So you can kind of get inspired, get moving, even in times of lull. So when you go outside, you reconnect with nature, or you do something that is exciting for you, it's as though they are thinking of you in that time of silence, okay? And with spiritual stuff, you move as fast as your thought, you manifest as quickly as your thoughts, and so on. So you can bring ideas from this abstract realm into something very tangible. So they think that you are a creative, a creator. I mean, we all are, but you're expressing it so much more quickly and tangibly in a way as well, and that you can take action towards your dreams too. So if that is not the case yet, and internally you feel a calling towards something more, then it is kind of these friends who are thinking that, come on, like, let's go towards your dreams, because you have it, okay? You have the spark, you have the fire, you have it, right? So express it. Don't sit there and wonder about what could have happened. Don't miss out on this opportunity and this feeling that you have. Translate all these feelings into action, into something tangible. Take these ideas and make something out of it, which is completely your own, take these ideas and run with it, basically. Have fun, be entertained, be entertaining, and all of these things which are just dynamic and social in nature. Whenever you feel stuck in a rut, try out connecting with like random people, talking to random people, not in a creepy way, of course, but connecting with like different types of people than you're accustomed to, or try out different things than what you're used to, right? And that stepping outside of the norm itself can bring in that spring in your step, okay? Now, the other group who have incarnated, they don't have, of course, as vivid and clear thoughts that I'm picking up here, but they are there, and you have it's sort of like they're learning different skills and you are learning different skills, and the intention is that when you do come together, I'm not guaranteeing you will come together in this lifetime or not. If you don't have a contract for this one, then it's okay, you're still connected spiritually and you're still going to join forces later on, but the purpose of this separate tasks and purposes is so that when you do go up and kind of unite, you join forces. So you learn from them and they learn from you as well. And I think the ones that are able to observe everyone from a greater distance think as though you're all headed on the right path. You're still in the beginning stages, so don't lose faith, don't lose hope, keep on going. There's so much more to come. They're actually very excited. They think that there is so much excitement ahead that you can't really get discouraged. So come on, it's like, they know that there is a surprise, or they know that the ending, but you can't see it yet, so how can you feel it already? But because they can, they kind of want to transfer that feeling towards you. Coming to the feelings now, the Queen of Cups is all about transference of that feeling, empathy, compassion, bliss, peace, joy, connectedness, nurturing, love, unconditional love. Okay, but at the same time, it's like, have faith. It's a little bit more mature. There's no naivete to that. There's just, I'm going to appreciate you no matter what. And if that means that you go out and experience this on your own, then I will let you go. And I hope the best for you. I wish you the very best, and I'm sure you will find everything that you seek. So, wow, that's like really strong. And plus the combination of all these major arcana, this is like, they feel that you can upgrade to a huge level. And yes, you should take your time. Go with the natural rhythms and flow. There is no need to force anything to happen, but they can just feel that you're getting to a whole nother level. This looks like a graduation. It's giving me nostalgia vibe for some reason. They're like, oh, remember when, pile 2 was doing this? I remember when me and pile 2 went to, this time and whatever, that memory. Well, look where they have come now. Look what else they've achieved now. So much has happened since then. The cycle of that childlike spirit and hope, and then the maturation and dealing with some setbacks, and then, coming out of it much stronger, and so on. The highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, everything has its own space, right? To be able to respect that space is what actually leads to that sense of fulfillment, that sense of purpose and wholesomeness as well, right? That's what I'm feeling here. They feel as though you are very kind as well, and they're kind of protecting you. We got a similar message in pile 1, not really actually, but yes, there is a symbol of protection in both of these. And that's why the faith is very loud and clear. Even with the Fool, you gotta have faith to take the leap, right? So we saw that they're thinking, and by thinking it is talking as well. The soul's talking in thought. So when they think, they're basically saying, take the leap, it's going to work out much better than you thought. It's a whole new place. Try out that new thing, try out the new restaurant, new creative venture, connect with that different person from this other end of the world that you know nothing about, and find out everything, travel, explore. There's so many of these things where you're just stepping out of the bounds, and they're so excited for you to do that. And if you're already carrying an adventurous spirit, well, they're just really excited for you, for your next adventure. I feel as though they see so much more through you. That's the point. In a spiritual context, we're all connected, right? So things that you learn and go through and all of that, we can all empathize, we can all understand, we can be compassionate towards one another through that sharedness, right? So your soul friends understand you even more in a detailed manner as compared to the general global population, right? So they are very proud of you, of how far you have come. They have so much hope for you. There's so much support for you, and they kind of are always willing to give you what you desire. With the Four of Cups as well, all the wishes are there, but she's not looking in a certain direction. She's not exploring wild enough. It's sort of like, be you, completely you, and you will find all of the gifts. Okay? Wow. So let's see your messages. We have, you are light. Gorgeous. We have sacred mirrors. We have make a mission statement for your soul. And, oops, we have stop, drop, and ground. Okay, so make stuff happen, basically. Make stuff happen. Don't wait for things to appear to you, because when you make stuff happen, that's when you're gonna get those things that you're asking for. It's sort of like they're holding the gift and they're just waiting for your birthday to arrive. It's kind of that dynamic, right? They know that your birthday is arriving, and you might be like, oh, this is really taking a while. I'm just gonna be here. I'm just gonna sit here until it's my birthday. Well, you're not going to become the person that you need to become in order to get those gifts. And it's, when I say need, I don't mean that if you are not, then you won't get the gift. It's just a marker, a decision by the soul here, like it shows in this card, make a mission statement for your soul, that it wants to achieve a certain level of mastery, and this gift would be a marker, a milestone marker. Okay, it's not quid pro quo. There's no ifs and buts here. They love you very much, and they think already that you're the best, but it looks as though your soul wanted to go through certain experiences, so they're allowing you that space and that trajectory to go through it yourself. And that personal experiences as well, so important. You might even be doing this for a friend of yours. Like I said, we have two different people. It can be that you have a friend who is completely opposite from you, but through each other you can see very different perspectives, right? With the sacred mirrors, with card number 33 as well, this talks about the opposites attract type of tandem, where you see yourself in another, even though that is a completely another person. So it might feel as though, what is it that links us? You know, it could be karma, it could be your soul contracts, it could be just fate itself, and whatever it is that you want to call it. It doesn't really matter why, but the connectedness has a purpose. Also with the empathy, and this here, the message is that they are able to see and understand themselves better through you, because you act as a mirror for them as well. You know, it shows them how well they have taught you. If you have incorporated lessons from your other group mates, then you know, they kind of see how well they have taught you, how it is benefiting you, and how they can tweak their own lessons and own skills in order to help you out even more, right? It just is uncannily supportive, and you are light, right? So they see themselves as light through you, because you're naturally motivating, you're inspiring, and they feel very inspired through you. Like we said in the very beginning, that's being reiterated here. And stop, drop, and ground is about make the move, take the action, and then be patient while it arrives, okay? Because it's coming. It's absolutely coming. Or if you're taking the action, just keep doing what you're doing. It's over there. It's right over there. It's round the corner. We can see these waves in the road as well, just round the corner. And you reach the mountains, you reach your destination. And you have these awe-inspiring views, and you have this big perspective. It's a completely different scenery. Travel is just something that is sticking out again. Perhaps exploring a different place could be very exciting for you. If you don't yet have a friend who we're mentioning here, perhaps this travel could make you guys meet. You know, that might be part of the process, and that's what your soul friends know, but they can't yet divulge in that way, because I guess your language is not really the same, right? It comes in feelings and nudges. Wow. Okay. So whatever it is that you want to try, it just looks very clear to go ahead and try it out. And maybe partner up with some people who you feel are like-minded as well. That can help. Okay. A little bit practical, but wow. Not supportive. The Wheel of Fortune says that luck is yours. They keep protecting you. Like I said, they also bring you some synchronicities. We did see the 33. Pages are 11. And we have the beginning and the end of the major arcana, which is also quite rare. The You Are Light, absolutely, they think that you can achieve anything that you want. They feel as though you deserve everything in the entire universe because you are light, you're part of the universe. Wow. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to Eternal Realms. Welcome to your reading. So you chose this aventurine. Let's see what your soul friends think and feel about you, and also get some messages and guidance from them. We'll start with the thoughts, and just to clarify, by soul friends, I mean the ones who have incarnated here and also the ones who have not, but watch over you and support you. We have the first card as Two of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. They think you have a growth mindset. You're very collaborative and open-minded and open-hearted as well, with the Page of Cups, that you have a very good imagination and your creativity is very strong. You're also naturally spiritually connected, gifted. You might be an empath of sorts, or you're just very sympathetic and compassionate in general. You want to support people, and you're naturally nurturing as well. And we have the 10 of Cups, which is so wonderful. We have a whole bunch of Cups cards going on here, which is quite the opposite from the previous pile. But yes, this is the thing in emotions, okay? So you might be an emotional person, but also your soul friends, they think that, you know, you guys are just peas in a pod, and that the whole like happily ever after type of dynamic here, that you know, they would love you no matter what, they're there for you no matter what, and that you are very loving, and they find you adorable is something I hear. Okay, they think you're very adorable, and that you would be the best partner for anyone, you would be the best colleague, the best teammate, the best everything ever for anybody, any relationship that you form, be it a parent or a child or, you know, anything. They think you're just the ideal version for them, and they know that you still have a lot of mastery to achieve in a soul sense, but they think that you're making so much headway, that growth mindset that we were talking about. They absolutely adore your optimism and your outlook on life in general, even if you don't identify as being overly optimistic. This says that, you know, the way that you see the world is very fresh, very new, and your approach to things is very exciting, not exciting, but they find it very wholesome. Yeah, they find it very wholesome. Okay, so the feelings that they have for you. Surprising, we have all these cups in the thoughts section. Okay, we have the Empress coming through. Wow. They feel very protective towards you. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. This is the classic feeling sad because we miss you type of card, okay? And also we have the 9 of Swords. Yeah, they worry about you, they care for you, they watch over you. Even the ones who are close friends with you, they give you your space, and they feel very deeply, but they might, you know, tell you a lot of things. Don't go there, don't do this, don't wear this, don't talk to that person, you know, things like that, which might seem a lot of don'ts, but it comes from a place of absolute adoration and affection, okay? So this goes for more people who are incarnated, of course, and non-incarnated, they again, they worry about you, and they make sure that they do their part of protecting you, but ultimately there are many other uncontrollable factors that you will encounter in life that they cannot intervene with, right? Because either it's your soul's contract, or just, you know, things happen where different people come together and so on, right? Like accidents as well happen, not in the literal collision sense, but things can feel a little bit difficult sometimes, and they can't do anything to help you with that because it's part of your own journey, right? So in those situations, they tend to overthink, or they tend to worry a little bit and get their own energy scattered. Okay, but again, it comes out of love, and they feel that you can encounter anything. They have faith in you. It's not about you, it's just, you know, the tendency to worry, you know, when you care about someone so much. It's like, oh my God, what if my child gets hurt? Or what if my friend, you know, I hope they stay safe, I hope they make it, I hope they're fine, don't get sick, you know. Oh no, they feel lonely, I wish I could be there immediately, you know, things like that, where you're just immediately wanting to be somewhere. They feel as though you're very abundant internally, that you're very beautiful, very rich internally, and you enrich everyone's lives that you touch. So you have a natural healing capacity, or you're just very compassionate. Some of you could be nurses, for example, or other forms of service, where you express this creative nature. Now, the Page of Cups, I never get drawn to this. If you watch any of my videos, you would know. But we have this throat chakra activation going on with this Page of Cups here, and I never noticed that. I remember I did that like 2 years ago, but since then never. So that's interesting. They think that you speak very well, that you have a very beautiful voice. I guess some of you could be singers, poets, or writers as well. They just have that imagination. Some of you could be like shy or scared to express yourself, your true self, or like you want to do that in your privacy. For example, you might be a poet, but you write only for yourself, or you share with very close people because you're afraid of criticism or kind of being discarded by the current network you might have, or perhaps your culture or your belief system does not support it. So, you know, there are a lot of fears that get in the way of your true expression. So in that situation, your friends are saying, or rather they send out feelings of comfort. They give you a sense of confidence. They're not rushing in any way. No one's saying, you know, push past that fear, push past this or that. They're just there like, you know, it's okay that you don't feel supported at this time. We're just going to be here for you and deliver whatever we can. We're just going to sit with you through this while you process this journey. Okay, so it's okay to be afraid. We don't need to always run away from something. We don't need to, you know, deal with it right away. It's okay to sit with the feelings as well. It doesn't, of course, don't let it consume you, and that's exactly what they protect against. Okay, they keep kind of reinforcing that you're gorgeous, you're perfect, and just the way you are, you're made perfect. You just, you're also very talented as well. The Empress is very skilled. Nine of Pentacles, very resourceful. But Five of Pentacles has that illusion of, oh, I don't have anything, or I'm not enough, it's not enough, those types of topics here, because it's focused on things that are more like tangibly gone. But the purpose of something gone means there's something more to be found here. Okay, so don't let that consume you, because you have great talent in some form or the other. You just have it. And you're naturally gifted. Everything is like very natural here. So you're naturally gifted, you're naturally talented. Use those natural skills to just enhance your life and experience the best possible life for yourself here. Okay, and you have their undying love, undying affection. I'm also getting a random message here that when you make jokes to yourself, they hear. When you laugh to yourself, they're there with you. So you're not laughing by yourself, you're with your friends as well. Of course, this can be literally that, you know, you and your friend hang out a lot, so they kind of laugh along with you, but even otherwise. Okay, we have magic happens when you most expect it with card number 44. Then we have celebrate your wins. Find your sacred flow. And we have soul on fire. Okay, so they think you have a lot of vitality. They feel your energy. Again, you're connected very spiritually, right? So your vibe is as well quite strong, at least to the people who resonate with you, right? So they can almost sense you. They can feel the contribution that you have. For example, if you have a very soothing presence, even if you've not met this best friend of yours, they feel soothed whenever your paths cross, or whenever you do interact with one another, they just feel a sense of calm and relief. That is your soul kind of contributing its energy to comfort its closest friend, closest member, however that resonates. Now, find your sacred flow is about dealing with the roadblocks, and I feel most of it is mental, but some of it could be illusions around physical security. Find your sacred flow is do what works for you, do what works best for you. It's the path of least resistance. It's not trying to force something to happen. It's not about the willpower. It's about letting things be as they are. not in a stagnant sense, okay, but allowing the rhythm to take you, making music with the rhythm, flow, going with the flow, those types of concepts we're talking about here. Now, magic happens when you most expect it. Actually, we'll come back to that last. I want to talk about celebrate your wins. This is about giving to yourself the acknowledgement that they give to you. Okay, they already praise you for everything, and they observe the smallest details that are easy for us to miss. Okay, because we're too close to the situation. But it's important to zoom out a little bit and appreciate all the things that you have accomplished so far. Note your successes, note the relationships you've been accomplished at, because even that is an accomplishment, okay? The ability to make someone else feel good, even if it's not you, right? So there will still be that gap, and despite that gap, if you can make someone feel good, that's an achievement. You have a skill here. So celebrate your wins. Also, give yourself compliments, pat on the back. Time and time again, whenever like you make a poetry, whenever you present your poetry, I'm hearing, or when you're working on your craft in some way, delivering on your ideas, even daydreaming on something, and you bring that out, when you make this more tangible, that is an achievement. That idea or that imagination moved you so much that it surpassed your fears and it manifested into something more tangible. So that is a win, right? So it's important to give thanks for them, to celebrate them, be grateful for the skills that you have, because not everyone has these things, right? Not everyone can do the same things that you do in the way that you do. That's just impossible. That's what makes you unique. So magic happens when you most expect it, is when you can rely on yourself and the people. You have confidence in the universe, and if you can do that, then I mean, that's everything, right? That's everything. If you can trust that mode of operation, the journey through which you found your successes, you can also rely upon the future experiences. Also, it says that you are stable within yourself. Give yourself credit where it is due, and that itself will solidify your self-worth, esteem, your sense of confidence, also your baseline. You can then, when you give yourself credit for writing something or presenting something, then you feel even more sure and confident of yourself. So you are more likely to take the next bigger step, and then the next bigger step, with greater and growing confidence here. Let it happen naturally, of course, but this is the trajectory that they would love for you to explore, because they know that you can accomplish your greatest dreams here. The 10 of Cups is like, they think you can get your ideal manifestation. Okay, Page of Cups is an instant manifester, and if you can understand your feelings and work with your feelings, that's like the best tool to make something happen. But Ace of Pentacles also indicates you need to ground it into reality as well. It's not only enough to have the feelings and the intention, we need to also take some action, start something, But the great thing about this card is that opportunity comes to you, and then you take advantage of that situation. Even with the Page of Cups, the partnership comes in, and then you have to develop the relationship, right? The feeling or the nudge, the pull, all of this comes in, and then you have to take action. So that's kind of it. When you're expecting that, yes, the gift will come, the guidance will come. I'm just going to ask the question. I'm going to ask for this resource, and it's just going to happen. It happens. Because there's nothing inhibiting you, right? So that's why it's important to understand and sit with your fears. This is not your friend's guidance. It's just a side thing. It's important to do that so that the roadblocks are as removed as possible, all right? But yes, the secret basically for you, magic, it looks like you have some sort of skill with like natural magic, or like with emotions, or something. I don't know the exact terms. I don't delve into that. But yeah, you do have some sort of skill here. And the more sure you are with your own skills, with your own space, the better it is able to express itself. Okay? Yes, so that's what I have for you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye. Hi Pal 4, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to your reading. You chose this amethyst, so let's get started and see what your soul friends think and feel about you, and also get some messages from them. And just to clarify, when I say soul friends, I mean your very close friends who are incarnated and also not, okay? So we're going spiritual but also relatable. Okay, so we have the Hermit coming through as the first thought. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles, that's always nice to see. And we have the Death and Rebirth, intense, okay. And we have the 6 of Cups. Wow, so 3 out of 4 piles have gotten a very clear, message that your soul friends are missing you and that they can't wait to be reunited. In the most spiritual sense. The 6 of Cups is literally that, the nostalgia card. They feel good thinking about you. They can see your progress. They are very enthusiastic about your growth, the people you're finding and connecting with, the family you have, also the family that you would connect with in the future, children, future generations, and so on and so forth. The Hermit is indicating that you are connected with them through your thoughts and your intentions. This doesn't even have to be that you are calling out to them specifically. They can find you and they can relate to you no matter where you are. The Death and Rebirth indicates that you have undergone a lot of transformation, and it can even be that they have gone through, for example, when you came. I'm gonna just have to talk with examples here. So you have been born, but they might have been born after you. So they don't, their spiritual selves basically are like, in either case, whether we are born or not, whether we are on earth or not, we are still going to be connected through death and rebirth. That's basically that, and everyone's going through their own transformations and lesson plans and just personal growth in general. But somehow you can also feel each other being connected. So your soul friends are like, we will be reunited and we have some stuff to do and we're just gonna go through them, but trust that you're not alone at any point. We think very highly of you is as well something that I get. They are amazed at your spiritual progress, the self-knowledge you have. Some of you could have children already, so this indicates that you're raising the child, or even pets, by the way. You might have either pets or children, someone that you take care of, and they see this nurturing side of you, how you maintain your relationships, how you prioritize your work, your routines, your flow, just in general, the everyday things that you do. Because the Hermit relates with Virgo, and the Pentacles talks about the everyday tasks that you go through. And they observe that you have attention to detail, you care about others, you also prioritize your inner world, you understand the deeper sides of things, and they also appreciate, they think that you are intense and you can see beyond what is obvious, and that's what helps you connect with people at a deeper level. Okay, not surprising you chose the amethyst right there, which is a very intuitive and deep crystal as well. So let's see their feelings for you. We have the Page of Cups, very nice. And we have the 2 of Swords. We have the Moon. Oh, this is very nice in terms of a spiritual context. And we also have the Child of Swords, or the Page of Swords. So this is that they feel you through their thoughts. They communicate with you through their thoughts. They think of you a lot, constantly, and also highly. They would love to communicate with you. I think they send you messages through your intuition and also your thought process. They could give you some sorts of inspiration, bring you a feel-good type of vibe. whenever you feel lonely, or you're withdrawing and you're reconnecting with your inner self, you immediately connect with your soul family as well, or your soul friends, whichever terminology you wish to use. What else? In terms of feelings, it's a very transcendent, more abstract thing. I think everyone is going through their own journeys at this time. But the Two of Swords indicates a block which can only be unlocked through your intuition. Okay, so if you are incarnate, you have a lesser idea of your ultimate spiritual self, right? We know a fragment of the soul because that's what it is expressing through us, but then there's the rest of the infinite parts of us which we have no idea about. So it's sort of that I'm getting with the Two of Swords. And there's like a lot more that can't be known because they are incarnated right now. We can find out about their versions, but as in like their personalities in this lifetime, but not necessarily the spiritual side of things. But it is likely that some of them are your family members. Okay, again, it can be it can be your child, whether you have one now or later, or your cousins, nephews, people that you're very fond of. You will know that you're inherently connecting to them, and you can spend forever in silence as well. Even that is not uncomfortable. You can just be companions together. You can connect with one another. These are the distinguishing features that I'm getting here. It's easy to talk to one another. It's easy to understand one another without needing any words. And that's the feeling that they get as well. We don't need to say many things. We don't need to make sense to one another to understand one another. And the Page of Cups indicates that fondness in the heart. The moon indicates a psychic link as well. That, when you remember your friends, or you remember of that feeling of the soul friendship, if you're not yet connected with someone like this in the physical, then you are immediately connected with them. You can even have a conversation with them, but it might seem a little bit cuckoo, right? If you're talking to someone that is not literally there, but in your mind you can have you might like reach out, for example, hi friends, like how are you guys doing? And some people even hear names of their friends. I've not yet been able to do that for myself, honestly, but it's not really something that I'm very curious about. But either way, if you're curious about that, that's something you can figure out. You can learn about one another, but it can also be just your personality traits and like what's up, what's going on, what are they learning, and so on. You can have that transference of knowledge. There are still some who are not yet incarnated, or they're still like staying back or something, so you can still connect with them. And we still have our higher selves through which we connect with one another, through which we get the conclusion of, we're all connected, we're all united, and so on and so forth, right? So that psychic link is just very, very strong. That's the bottom line here. And it's very lucky that they think that you will connect with them, because you can see beyond what is obvious. Like, that the physical is not it, that there is more to things, and then there is even more to things. The soul searching and the questing quality that you have is what connects all of you together. I think that's something you have in common with your soul group. Okay, and your friends absolutely admire your capacity of emotional depths, your intuitive understanding, and also your loyalty, your resourcefulness as well. For the people that you care about, for the causes that you care about, you can go to a very large extent and very great depths, right? And that's very magnificent. That's the word I hear. Okay, let's get some messages. You are magic. Yes, of course. This corresponds with the magician energy, which indicates that they think you're very skilled in communication, in just public relations, even something I hear, but also just anything you do, your skill is quite high. We have manifesting and doing. Yeah, see, like you have that spiritual body in alignment, but you're also doing the work. You're also walking your talk, right? You learn something, and you start applying it. You realize something and then you start rectifying it, or going along with it. So that's just a very important way of manifesting, honestly, right? You have your heart, you have your intention, you have your thoughts and your words, and you have your action. Then in that case, there's like everything is streamlined, nothing is inhibiting, so you can have everything that you want, basically. We have unstick the stuck. Yeah, this is indicating if you doubt yourself. I'm getting this scenario that you have a question, there's something you're pondering, and then you hear a response in your mind's eye, in your mind, and immediately you're like, what? Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me talking to myself. That sounds like something I would say, and maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I have to be crazy. This cannot be something. What else could it be? Things like that, where you try to logic your own thoughts. The Hermit is very logical as well, in that way, analytical rather. So the Two of Swords is indicating that this habit or this tendency blocks their voice to come in, okay? Because stop doubting something like here. It's quite straightforward, I know, but it literally slipped out right now. It's something that is just coming through, okay? So they're very conversational, so I will not be surprised if they literally reply to your conundrums. Okay, even if we're talking about the higher selves, we are all connected through the collective unconscious. You can search about it. It's a Jungian philosophy. So through that, we are all connected throughout history. It's not just this generation, all the people that are here on Earth. It also incorporates our ancestors and their thoughts back in the day. And even now, just the information and just keeps racking up, and our consciousness, that's why, keeps evolving. Consciously, unconsciously, we constantly have more and more things to go by, okay? And everything does not require logical and conscious participation for it to unfold, right? That's why we have synchronicities. Then we have unexplainable phenomena. There are just so many things, and I'm talking to you about all this because we have death and rebirth in the Hermit here, which indicates you can absolutely understand what I'm saying here, right? And it's kind of part of that. It seems illusory, it seems unreal that you can have a conversation telepathically with someone who's not here and you have no memory of. Okay, no conscious memory of. You can still get to know someone through this. And this can also indicate that you have connections with other planetary systems, other star systems. So you have this family, this soul family that we're talking about. They're admiring your prowess on this planet, for example, that you have come from a different background and now you're exploring a different environment, and yet you've made it your home. It indicates that you are home, and no matter where you go, you make it your home. So it's very admirable, and they're very curious, they're very inquisitive, and it's a bond of the mind and the word as well. So, and that is in a psychic sense. Once again, you can feel telepathic messages come through, some responses come in. Don't doubt those things, because then you're sticking to something that is real for now, but someday witchcraft was bad, another time it was okay, and then everything is always changing. So we can't really say that this is the right way to go, this is reality, because it's all perception based, isn't it? So yeah, okay, then we have befriend, the word polarize. Things that are opposing each other, appreciate those things. So don't be afraid of the opposition. Oppositions balance each other out. So when you see a different side to the story, if your mind is contradicting you, then there might be something to it, right? This goes for, of course, internal selves and also external relationships. People serve as mirrors. Sometimes we see ourselves in them, the parts that we do not like within ourselves. We also start disliking in other people, things we like in ourselves, we start relating to and admiring in others, and so on. So people serve as a mirror. So don't be afraid or don't be shy of different types of personalities and different interactions that you might go through here, again, with your mind or externally here. Also, I'm getting that you are a combination of, you're a very good balance of the yin and the yang principles, okay, the masculine and the feminine energies. And you have worked through this many times, so it'll come naturally. So any blocks that you feel, let's say in your intuition, because your logic gets in the way, I'm going to say the logic is more masculine, does not have to be, of course, but let's call it masculine for the sake of this conversation, and intuition is a little bit more feminine. Let's call it that. They need to mesh together, but they are very different ways of approaching a subject. And that's, again, we're talking about the Two of Swords. We need to bring both of them in the discussion. Okay? Now, what they're saying is that you know how to do this already. Okay? So you don't need to feel undecided or confused, because that particular state of being is a conditioned or a learned way of being. You might have learned this through your culture, through your family, through your childhood, whatever the case is. It's different for everyone. But that is a learned behavior. What is true is that you already know. You already know the answers to which you seek. That's why you look inward. When you do look inward, they remind you, you remind yourself, you try to remember yourself, working through the things or relearning things that are inhibitors now, which were once protectors but no longer useful. That helps you recalibrate yourself to a more authentic version of yourself. You're here to experience different facets of you, right? You're an infinite being. We can't be all of the infinite in one go. So we try to work on bravery in one lifetime and compassion in another, and then trying to meld these two things, compassion and bravery, together, and we get strength here. And then we try to work on, community service sometime, and other times we want to delve into the abstract things. That's why different people are into different things. It's just they're exploring different facets of their own personality. So we can't hate one or the other. We can't call that this is me and this is not, right? Because it's all of it is what makes you you. So you already know these things that you are working on. It's just a matter of how do you bring it out, right? And the first step of that is there anything in the way? If yes, then we need to work through that. If no, then how can we push that internal self outward? Because you have it in you. Okay, you have it in you to be the best version of you in this particular lifetime and be achieving all of your goals and creating a legacy and anything else that you really desire. You're also very skilled, you're clever and resourceful. So again, you can work through obstacles, you can go around them, you can get creative with that thing. You already know these things, so it's time to start putting that into practice. Don't doubt yourself, don't hold yourself back, and don't create more arguments to not go for something that your heart tells you to. That's something I get from your friends over here. Plenty of advice, so much support, and that's why I think they are wanting you to clear the channel more or communicate with them more, because they can guide you through uncertain times and give you a greater sense of security as well, so that you can move forward with more faith and self-assuredness. All right, so wow, very enriching. So that's what I have for you, Pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.